I'm Dr. Pushpa Khurana, consultant dermatologist, and today I'm going to talk to you about sunscreens. I'm going to try and go through a few questions that are asked very frequently and try to do some myth busting. Right? So I begin with one very common question that almost every patient who comes to the clinic to me asks me, and that is, do I really need to use a sunscreen? Well, my answer is yes, you definitely need to, irrespective of how many hours or how many minutes you spend out in the sun, which time of the day you go out, obviously during the day. But yes, you need to use a sunscreen. So in fact, what I tell my patients is, if there's one single cream you want to use, you don't want to go too much into a very detailed regime for your skin. If there's just one you want to pick, then it's got to be a sunscreen. So yes, using a sunscreen is very important. Now let's go into how you pick the ideal sunscreen. So depending on your skin. So if you have an oily skin, then you go for maybe a matte finish or a sunscreen which is maybe in the form of a gel, so that it doesn't make your skin look too oily. And if you have maybe a dry skin, then you go for a creamy consistency, so that it improves the texture of your skin at the same time that it works as a sunscreen. Again, when you want to pick up a sunscreen, you wonder about the SPF. What's the SPF that you need to pick up? What are the things that you look for on the top of the sunscreen? So the most important thing is, before we go into the SPF or the other factors, let me basically tell you what parts of the sun rays affect your skin. So the sun's rays, the UV component has UVA, B and C. UVC hardly reaches our skin, so it's a UVA and UVB that we need to protect our skin from. UVA is the one that goes deeper into the skin, so it causes changes in the skin like pigmentation, patchy pigmentation, it causes sun tanning, it gradually causes changes that are associated with photoaging or aging because of sun damage. UVB component is the one which affects the more superficial part of the skin, and that's what causes changes over a prolonged time like skin cancer, and yes, it causes sunburn also. So now the PA factor, you generally see something called a PA triple plus or 4 plus or whatever written on the sunscreen tube. So the PA factor is what helps to protect the skin from UVA. So if you look for the Indian skin, for the Indian climatic conditions, a PA 3 plus would be ideal. PA 4 plus would be bonus. When you look for the SPF, most people know what SPF is. It is a sun protection factor. So for the Indian skin, again for the Indian climatic conditions, and depending on how much of sun exposure you have, if you let's say have an SPF of about 15 to 20, that's good enough for regular, maybe a couple of hours of sun exposure in a day. But if you have longer hours of sun exposure, then you need to go out for a higher SPF. So anything between an SPF 15 to 50 would do. So a basic rough idea of how long a sunscreen lasts based on the SPF would be one SPF equivalent to about 10 minutes of protection from sun exposure. So you could go do a rough calculation. It's not a perfect mathematical equation, but yes, it gives you a rough estimate of how long it protects you from the sunlight. Now moving on to whether you should use a physical sunscreen, what we also call the sunblock, or a chemical sunscreen. Now, between a physical and chemical sunscreen, if you have a choice, depending on your skin, your age, then yes, you'd rather do a chemical sunscreen than a physical sunscreen because that is more protective. But let's say you have a sensitive skin and you can't tolerate the chemicals that are added in a chemical sunscreen, then you go for a sunblock or a physical sunscreen. So physical sunscreens have certain components like zinc oxide and titanium dioxide and iron oxide. So these help to make like a layer on your skin. So even though you don't have chemicals that deactivate the effect of the sun, at least you have something layered on your skin that helps to protect your skin from the sun. So that is about how you choose your sunscreen based on the SPF, the PA factor and all of that. Now we move on to how you apply your sunscreen. Very important. You may have a great sunscreen, it may cost much more than a regular sunscreen, you may get it from a great company, but if you don't apply it the right way, then you don't do what you're supposed to be doing for your skin with the sunscreen. So one, how long before you go out in the sun do you apply a sunscreen? Ideally, with a chemical sunscreen, you apply the sunscreen at least about 20 minutes before you go out in the sun, because it takes some time for the components on the sunscreen to get activated so they're effective enough to protect you from the sunlight. Apply the sunscreen dotted onto your skin and apply it with both the tips of 2 fingers of your hands all over your face. Now, very important is how frequently you apply it and how much you apply. Now, a rough idea for a layman, how dermatologists explain to the patients how you need to apply a sunscreen is, how we calculate the amount of sunscreen you take is when you squeeze out the sunscreen from your tube, when you squeeze it out onto your finger, this is what we consider a fingertip unit. So that is from this finger crease to the tip of your fingers, 1 fingertip unit. So if you take about 2.5 fingertip units, that's approximately how much you use for your face and your neck. So you take that much of the sunscreen. Lesser than that, you're not doing good enough for your sun. So you're using a sunscreen, but it doesn't give you the 100% that it's supposed to be giving you. So use that much of a sunscreen, dab it onto your face, apply it. Now you need to reapply it, very important. How frequently? Let's say you're totally indoors, you're hardly venturing out. Then one application will be good enough to take you through the day because there isn't much of a deactivation happening because you're not going out too much in the sun. But if you move maybe indoors and outdoors, or if you're outdoors for a longer period of time, especially if you're outdoors continuously, reapplication of the sunscreen every 2 hours is very essential to make sure that the effect of the sunscreen is sustained, right? Now, some more facts, rather I would say mythbusters about sunscreen. Now there's often this misconception that if you use a sunscreen in a child, then it's really going to damage the child's skin. But physical sunscreens are just meant to do that. So people with sensitive skin who can't tolerate chemicals, and in children, you have the physical sunscreen. Of course, you don't need to use a sunscreen on a child on a regular basis, but let's say he or she is into some outdoor sports. So he's going to be out in the sun for 6 hours at a stretch or 4 hours at a stretch. And you notice that they're starting to burn, the skin is starting to get burnt, then yes, you need to start using physical sunscreen. And there are sunscreens that are specially meant for children and they work really well. Another myth is that if this day is rainy, if it's cloudy, if it's not too sunny, maybe in the winters where you have, when it's really cold and you do hardly see the sun, you don't really need to use a sunscreen because it's not damaging the skin. Again, that's a myth. Irrespective of the weather, irrespective of whether you're sitting in the car and you have your glasses on, so people think that the sunscreen does not penetrate across the glasses. Even if your glasses are tinted, you still need to use a sunscreen because the UV and UVB does penetrate across the clouds, it does penetrate across the glass panes, so you have to use a sunscreen if you want the best for your skin. Another myth, applying a sunscreen decreases the absorption of vitamin D on my skin. Not true. Ideally, Indian conditions, Indian skin, based on the amount of sun exposure we have on a regular basis in our environment, having about 3 to 5 minutes of exposure 3-4 days in a week is sufficient to generate enough vitamin D to keep your body healthy enough. So that amount of sun exposure I think all of us anyway have. So applying a sunscreen is not going to affect your vitamin, and this is actually proven based on medical journals, articles in medical journals. So they have specific proof that it does not decrease your vitamin D production in the body. So I hope I've helped you maybe get you a bird's eye view of sunscreens, what they do, how they work, how you have to apply them. Let's hope you get regular with your sunscreen and keep your skin going healthy, help delay aging in your skin. Have a great day and have a great skin. Thank you.